this map. This is going to be the fiery end of this series, and G-Clef, it may signify the beginning of the end of Team Miracle. Losing this series would make them very likely to go to Crucible, and very likely to lose in Crucible. To lose to Ace here, unheard of result, even with the poor results from Miracle in 2017. No one expected them to fall this far.
Well, it's the last game, Wolf. If they lose this one, they will slowly move down. Ooh, we had a weird transition there, but we're already into the draft. Medivh, yes. Why does it look weird? Okay, we don't have the UIs.
Yeah,
that's why it looks weird. Okay.
The production team just didn't expect that those series would ever go to a Game 5 that Miracle could lose. They had to get that ready. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. I knew there was an outside chance that Ace would take this series, but I did not expect it to happen after Game 1. Game 1 looked crisp. It was really well played by Miracle. It was a stop. It was a crushing victory. Game 2 was supposed to be a crushing victory. They're massively ahead. They had the lead with the macro, with the Falstad pick. Gunza, a player who, again, comes from another scene, is new to Heroes, new to its macro, new to its subtleties, and still plays a fantastic macro game with the Falstad, dies because of a positioning error in the late game. They lose the game. And I still never would have thought that after that game, we'd be going to a Game 5. Miracle has in the early game been the better team. They looked good on the first 2 maps, but now it starts to feel like the team is nervous. They're falling apart a little bit. They will pick them out here in first again. 4 of the 5 games now, they have gotten them Alpha in. Second game, they gave it. No, actually, all 5. No, it was the first game they gave it. Okay. 4 out of the 5 games, they have played the Malfurion.
It's been a long night, guys. Well, not in terms of time, but in terms of talking. And Uther Genji, just the pair up that we saw in the beginning of 2018, has fallen apart.
G-Clef, I have to ask you a question.
What is it?
So the reason why the Garrosh is open is because of the Medivh ban. But are Miracle better off putting Judy on the ETC or the Garrosh? I think ETC, but despite the fact that KCB's Anub'arak was really strong last game, what I think you could do here is you could take the... You can take the Garrosh and then ban the Anub'arak. Then you have the tank advantage. But you could also take the ETC and ban the Anub'arak, because Garrosh does not have the same playmaking potential, I think, in this draft.
He can choose the tank that he wants to play, but banning the Anub'arak, I think... I know which way you're trying to go here. And I think that is possibly the best one right now, after what we had in Game 4. Targeting KCB's Anub'arak, which has never happened.
Remember, too, that with the Sonya Hanzo lock-in here, instead of getting the tank now, it means they get to choose, because they ban, say they ban the Anub'arak, right? Now they can either get the ETC or the Garrosh. Oh, this was a mistake, I think. This was a mistake. Miracle, now Miracle could have potentially banned the Anub'arak, and then in case we would have to play ETC, who's never played before. They don't ban the Anub'arak, perhaps because they're scared that he will actually lock in the ETC and then they won't have it. But now you've made the choice all the easier for Miracle. Because again, I don't think that, I don't think Ace will ever lock in the ETC over the Anub'arak right now. They're going to lock in the Anub'arak.
Anub'arak in Game 4 was very strong in Sky Temple. Mostly, I believe, because Greymane was scared to go in and take the CC. So there was that lack of damage from Greymane. Of course, Genji couldn't really swing that blade. ETC blew up before. But it's a different case now. Sonya is on their side. Hanzo can do massive poking onto Anub'arak, which is just like in Game 1, where Miracle basically blew KCB's Anub'arak all the time. The game was done.
Yeah. 10 seconds to go. Do you take the Anub'arak or do you remove the ETC? Confidence is in the Anub'arak. And they will bring Tahaka on the map for macro control. Again, to further make sure the game goes late. Where they can get picks, they can kill Miracle finding a misplaced healer or an out-of-position Falstad. I really do like Ace's approach to this draft here with the Dahaka, but you've given Judy the ETC. Which ETC are we going to see? Are we going to see the game 3 ETC or the game 4 ETC?
I think maybe a Garrosh.
Garrosh banned.
Oh, that's right. Oh, man.
I think it has to be the ETC. What else could he pick? Tyrael is, I suppose, strong here too?
Maybe? With the Holy Ground and some Sanctification that pairs up with Sonya pretty well. There are lots of TCs. What other...
Arthas is not very good here. Muradin. Okay, Diablo.
Diablo!
Okay.
And they're concerned about the 5th one, the range DPS. So they also take Tychus. Kind of a steal away pick before Ace takes that.
Yeah. I thought the Tychus ban might have actually been the better ban over the Garrosh earlier, but they leave it open. In terms of burn DPS onto a Nubarok, there's so much here for Miracle now. But getting the grab onto a Nubarok, forcing him out of position, body blocking him, is not going to be as easy with the Diablo. The Diablo is great versus the Genji. Last pick here might just have to be like a Li Ming. What else could they take on this map that's good at poke, that can deny altars?
Let's see if they go towards that Vala pick again. It worked last time. A different story with now. Diablo charging into Vala could just end the team fight.
Yeah, it's a tough call. I'm leaning towards Li Ming.
I think you need higher health hero than a Vala or Li Ming though.
Greymane is the answer to that question. So, okay. This is it. The stage is set now, G-Clef, for this 5th and final game. Will Miracle be twice now the only team to drop a game in Phase 1? 2017, they dropped it to Raven. They dropped the series. First and only team. Will they be the first and only team to drop a map to Ace here? Fans of Ace in the studio here. Some Fleas players watching on as this 5th game.
After a 3-0 stomp against Tempest, they are watching, enjoying this one, as they can actually have their chance to
this is very important.
Climb up.
Yeah, this is very important. If Ace wins this, they have a very high chance of avoiding Crucible.
So extra stress for Miracle players, having all those players right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh. Is that even... Does that even logically make sense? That Diablo to be on...
No.
The scaling just looks...
Have you seen Diablo on the Treasure Goblin? Like, it's just how it is, G-Clef. I've seen worse.
Asmodan on the pony? Yes.
Well, Judy's not on the invisible horse mount, so I'm happy about that. Okay. What can they do with this Dahaka? He's heading up top already. Wants to lead the charge in terms of soak. It's not a fact, but it is an opinion, and it is known that MVP Miracle, and now, of course, just Miracle, are bad in the late game.
Jihyun missing lots of the roots. Not his first time in.
Witcher actually gets away here. The Judy jump in is there, so this is going to be a trade.
Could have been just a kill with the right entangling root.
Yeah. The thing about Miracle having a weak late game is it's a myth, but today it's true. It's not a fact, right? When you say Miracle has bad late game, they've had good late games before. They've had bad late games, but it feels like in the matches they throw the hardest, or the matches where they lose, where they should have won, it's after having a great lead early and then tossing it all away. And I think that's one of the reasons why Ace has chosen this map, because you can't really just stomp your way into an early win on this map. Sure, you can get a bell tower, then you can control it, and the game can be very snowbally, but it still is going to go long. Death timers are going to get late. And let's see if Miracle can change their luck tonight.
Of course, this matchup, very hard for Dahaka. And also bringing Taika sub means that the Sapper camp will be taken away by Miracle. Genji rotating in, maybe a little bit too slow, let's see. Gunza not doing the damage so far. Drag misses, and I think that's the end of the fight. Or is it?
Well, Genji does a lot of damage, and they can't really shut him down. Gamey rotates up. That's going to be a kill here. Diablo, though, looking to make it a trade, pushes Gamey into cannon tower range, is going to get rooted there. He's going to go down, but he can heal. Hero wants to use that, abuse that to make this a better trade for them, but still, just going to be a 1-for-1. They win the fight, quote unquote, and we'll be able to get this camp now, though. Well, it's a funny solo matchup bottom lane between Hanzo and Genji, or sorry, Hanzo and Greymane, another
Yes.
G hero that is really meta. See if that, if anything interesting happens down here. It looks like Sniper was winning the matchup.
Sometimes you want to bait your opponent. Like Gunza was staying in that bush for a long time, but if he actually did the damage to the Aka, I think they won that fight already before Genji came.
Yeah. It can be a little bit too.
Something else that you have to think when you have to go in. Sonya would just win 1v1. There's no way of the Haka diving in. You can't really bait the Haka out.
Let's see what KCB does. Like you said, Jigo spent a long night of talking.
Jaka joins and there's a drag! Perfect one onto Jaeon, he's gone.
Okay. That's a great start here. In fact, it may be the end of this fight.
Did Ace ever play this well in terms of the macro control?
No, and they never played this well in terms of team fight coordination either. I mean, I'm talking about their match overall tonight, but Sniper killed by Deflect.
What?
I think emotions are high on this team, G-Clef.
Are they tilting?
I think so. I don't like to use T-word, but yeah, I mean, I don't think they're at a right angle right now.
They're leaning towards somewhere. And it is not going towards their victory right now. It's not the end of the world, but Ace controlling so far. Even the Haka winning, kind of winning the lane because they took that camp too.
Well, let's see what Miracle is going to do to try to wrestle control back in this game, because they're getting out-rotated now. They have a global against them, so Sonya can't relieve this pressure. That's why Ace is able to invade this. They're going to get double camp here. Look at what they do. They split Greymane off to the right because he can solo it, and they help escort these into the wall here to do some more damage. The fact that Dahaka loses the solo lane matchup won't matter if the rest of the lanes are being won by Ace. Because Dahaka can always make up for lost walls, lost time during the phase of the altar.
Comes in Judy. Super tanky. But can he escape though?
He's taking too much damage. Gunza is stuck here. This is going to be tragic for Miracle. Here comes the attack. Judy has a lot of health, but he does get burst down anyways. Doesn't have his full stones yet, luckily for him. So we'll keep those. There will
be another kill. The only good thing I see from this team fight is that Sniper completed his simple geometry, and that's it.
That's it. He's going to probably die here. Well, actually, the Beatles help keep him alive because the deflect can't actually come through. The Beatles taking the shots.
Hey, losing 4 of your members to complete your quest. Was that worth it, Wolf?
No! No, G-Clap, simple geometry is really easy to complete at this level.
Yes.
It's usually finished by 5 minutes. He could have completed it and not lost 4 members.
Wow. 2 levels behind, and this bell tower lost, and there's not too much poke. The range is not that longest from Miracle.
Well,
he's diving in. There's the cocoon onto Hanzo.
If you have bad late game and you're 2 levels down at 550, not looking like a good situation, not looking like a realistic win here for Miracle. Ace is just killing it. The coordination is good.
A bell tower down in 6 minutes.
A bell tower down pre-6 minutes. G-Cluff around 5:55.
And Ace has Dehaka, a global. I'm amazed, purely amazed. The fact that they were never like this before, and somehow they're playing so much better.
I think we have to also remember that Miracle is underperforming. Historically an emotional team. Everybody remembers the tears of Crazy Moving when DK won the 2015 Super League season that led them to BlizzCon. It's always been an emotional player. He was the leader of this squad until he was removed going into this season. But the team feels like even without him, carries that emotion here. We're seeing mistakes from Sniper. We're seeing outplays here by Ace. Aggressive plays by Judy that are getting punished.
Yeah,
And I still think the ETC pick would have been better here.
Before when Crazy Moving was in the roster, Sniper and Crazy Moving did split up the shot calling with the big macro ones and the minor shot calling. But now Sniper is doing everything by himself. And I think we're seeing the stress level right now. How, in terms of his own play and also in terms of the shot calling of the team.
Judy is going to charge in here, but they've been caught by some CC. It goes through.
The 5 shots.
They just need to retreat here, not get rooted. They do get out.
Miracle did hit 10, so there's no real reason to risk all that. Ace, I was kind of...
Oh, Sniper? Okay, sorry. I got a little bit hyped there.
Well, let's see. Well, there are lots of teams. You know, even when KSP Black was back in MVP Black, they were always winning. And when there were more moments when they started losing, because they were always winning all the time, when they started losing, they didn't know what to do. But I was kind of worried in the other way, that Ace, if they're winning, maybe they don't know what to do in terms of that. But right now, they know exactly how to win this game.
Oh, they certainly do. Judy just getting CC chained there. The CC chain and the targeting of Ace has been really good tonight. And Judy's insane health pool just gets burned down in that moment. They continue to protect this bell tower as Dehaka is trying to get a second one.
Dehaka getting the extra wave. Chasing Sonya.
Yeah.
Genji actually went there to... Because Sonya was missing for a few seconds. Having that good map awareness, spreading everyone apart, keeping that bell tower to themselves. How can this team be so good all of a sudden? I don't get it, but
it feels like a motivation. It feels like a morale boost. This is the closest they've ever come to winning a series. And Miracle is closest they've ever come to losing to a team below them in the standings. The first series that anyone would have lost to Ace would be this one if Miracle can't turn this around. 5 shots up for the grabs here in the center of the map.
Miracle needs to pair that, not much of a pair with the APOC, but needs to somehow make that pair work in order to win the team fight. And they don't even have a Twilight Dream, so maybe a perfect arrow along with the APOC. Seems very hard. They're going for it. Pop the Odin.
Okay, well, all the while, Genji's just going to steal this. This is the more significant thing, is that they actually grab the bell tower, dropping Miracle down to 18.
Not even a scratch or a contest onto that altar there.
Yeah.
They're concerned about the global macro so much more. Looking into a longer game, okay, I can follow up. I can follow with that shot calling. They're really looking into a long game, maybe level 20, maybe even after level 20, but they're already down to 18. They gotta make some kind of choice right now.
Showing themselves rotating up here too. This is easily taken. Like, in fact, HA2 is likely to die. He's gonna die. He's isolated.
Isolation.
Dead. Very well played here. They are gonna trade this though with the APOC. At least that's what they were trying to do. Rush gets out
with the deflag and the healing coming out from Uta. KCB is very low.
Oh, look at the D-shield.
Perfectly timed.
D-shield comes through, and that was such a poor invade from Miracle. They showed themselves there. They came in. Ace, you could see they stepped up for a second. They were like, uh-oh, I see Genji coming up. Or sorry, I see Sonya coming up. And then they were like, oh, it's only Sonya. Commit to the grab, commit to the isolation, get the kill, and then great protection there onto the Genji. No, I'm not talking about his deflect. I'm talking about the peel we saw there from the Anubarag. Miracle going to again try to contest this. Fail at the last second. This triple altar phase could put Miracle into lethal zone.
Oh man, Judy's making a weird rotation. I think game 4, losing hard against KCB really affected his rotation right now. Choosing a different path as a Diablo may not be the safest option when you even don't have your own Sonya, when Dehaka can join into a teamfight anytime. Looking for a chance of window before Ace hits that level 16 mark.
Oh, look at the bait. Genji's here. He can't stop him. Hero's going to grab this. They will get 2 of the 3. And this puts Miracle down to 10 core health. They're a talent tier down. They're 3 levels down at this moment in time. All they walk away with after this altar phase is Shame, despair on the Sapper cap. They're going to lose the boss too because they just telegraphed where they were on the map by taking that cap, which means that Miracle will be able to grab this boss. They need to get this bell tower. That's what they need. If they don't get this bell tower, this is not going to be worth it.
Oh, wave is coming, but the entire squad is coming down. There was not the best trade
Definitely
for Miracle.
not.
A bad trade indeed. They're down to 6.
The
Very risky, of course.
Quest for Nubrock is finished, so he gets that boost of health now. Getting it actually pretty early because they've been controlling the caps, controlling the macro, getting these globes and all the extra caps. A big commitment to the fight here. Good arrow to help disengage, but it's not going to win them the fight. They need to leave. Gunzo wants to do maximum amount of damage here, but he needs to step back or he is going to find himself grabbed and dead by the...
Weird cocktail build by Greymane, but seems like it's working out so far with the Curse Bullet.
I don't even know what that talent does at level 7. We never see it. Is that the... It's not Incinerary Elixir.
It's usually the cocktail build and the Eyes in the Dark at 4.
Yeah, and then Wisdom Duelist at 7.
But it's like a mix and match, but it's working so far, so I can't really criticize, but we'll see a little bit more. Only 6 more HP. Miracle struggling big time. Sonya's coming down now. I think they... Can they wait for level 16?
It is
They're really
Incinerary
pushing
Elixir,
it.
by the way.
Yes.
I was like,
It's
that's
a
the only
different
one I
one
know.
now, though.
Yeah.
It's the changed one, yeah.
Okay,
Goes in
APOC.
Judy.
This is a really good APOC here, but he's stunned, stun locked. Tranquility, that's not enough healing. He's going down. Rush wants to win this series, and he might just do it. Dragon Blade connecting. There's the arrow to stop the chase. Well, this is going to be 2 dead here. Gamey gets out. H82, I don't think he's going to be able to say the same. At least takes him with him. Gets that
Roman
ancient
surviving
spear.
so long, but more damage comes in. Sniper actually not even channeling. Has to go back.
Too risky. He's going to get blown up here by Witcher. Judy just helps Witcher escape there with that charge. He needs to be careful. KCB is going to stun him. A lot of damage coming through.
Deaka gets one, and KCB is going for the game-ending, the first ever
Judy.
series win from Ace.
Yep, that's going to be it. Double altar here will end the game. Ace will win their first series of the tournament against Miracle. History repeats itself. This happened last year with Raven. Miracle is now the team to drop 2 series, 1 per year, to that 8th place spot team. The winless team is now no more.